Hello, my name is Tina Kimsey, and I'm currently completing my Master's of Education at the University of San Diego. So, when I came across this online application called Epic, I knew I had to share it with my fellow educators. Epic allows educators access to over 30,000 ebooks, learning quizzes, videos, audiobooks, and more for elementary school students. From nonfiction to award winning children's books, students can receive access to different styles of books through their teacher's class Epic. Epic also provides an abundance of helpful educator resources for educators who are looking to use their platform. If you click on this quick start guide, it will actually teach you how to log in, set up your class, add students, assign books, create quizzes, and more. So once you have created an account and logged in, they will ask you to identify grades and subjects that you teach, as well as possible genre interests and the type of reading level scores that your school uses. I have already made an account to check this website out, but from here you'll get your classroom dashboard, if it will load. And right here is really important. This is where you have your class code that would allow students to access your classroom's Epic. So clicking here, we can see how students can log in on their classroom or at home devices. And we can actually look at our classroom's Epic through the guest student view. So let's first look at what the students would see. So based on any prior books or reading levels they've read, that would be kind of under 4U. They can look by their reading level scores. They have comics, read to me audiobooks, and videos. Also, we see that students can have access to so many different books through putting them in their favorites. Obviously, if you assigned a book, they would also show up here. They would get notifications from you or their parent in their mailbox. So let's go back to the teacher view to figure out the different things that we could assign to students. So let's pretend that students are doing a nonfiction project about different animals. We could have it be nonfiction books, DRA of their range. If students in your class speak another language, you could have that. And then do we want end of book quiz? Sure. So now we've got all of these great books that you could assign to the whole class or a specific student. Obviously, I don't have any students in my class, so they would show up here, or you can add students. A feature I love is you could import your entire Google Classroom if you are already using that feature. Another great thing to bring up is that they have videos. So I searched animals, now we've got animal videos. These can be great for all different types of learners or to add into your educational lesson plan. And then if we look on the more formal side of Epic, we've got our classroom roster, class logs, student logs of reading, any assignments you've given, and then one of my favorite parts is the quiz function. So you can have a quiz at the end of a book, but you can also create a quiz to pop up at certain parts of your book. So let's go to a book that I have been reading lately. And first, I just want to show you what happens inside the book. So students can actually click on certain books or certain words, and they will be said aloud and defined for the student. This can be super helpful during independent reading time. If we wanted to make a quiz, we could go up to these question marks, make our title, make our question, publish it for it to post at this part. So Epic obviously provides such an abundance of ways to engage all our learners at all their levels. And whether you're using Epic to foster independent reading or maybe help with literacy projects or guided reading groups, Epic can provide you with what you need at the click of a button. I would love to hear if you have experience using Epic with your students or if you plan to sometime in the near future. Thank you so much.